All right, so today we're going to break down this story from the channel Thriller Teller that kicks off with just one single terrifying phone call. It's about a mother who is absolutely convinced her daughter is turning into, well, something else. Let's get right into this nightmare. And boom, that's how we're thrown into it. No slow buildup, nothing. Just this raw, desperate plea from a mother named Melissa. That one line just plunges us right into the middle of a family crisis that already sounds completely out of control. So yeah, this first part of the puzzle is all about that desperate phone call. It immediately sets up this central mystery, right? You just have to know what's going on. Melissa starts laying out this story, and honestly, it sounds impossible. She is dead set that her daughter Molly is possessed. She's talking about these horrible sounds every night, screaming, scratching, but here's the thing. Whenever she goes to check, Molly is just fast asleep. And it gets weirder. She swears Molly's face is physically changing and that this whole thing started right after some secret camping trip. I mean, it's got all the classic ingredients of a possession story. And right from the get-go, you've got these two totally different stories crashing into each other. You've got Melissa's supernatural explanation, but then, on the other hand, the investigator has this really chilling alternative. What if the daughter isn't the problem? What if it's the mother? This just plants a seed of doubt right away and builds this incredible suspense. Like, who are we supposed to believe here? So to figure out what's really going on, the investigators head over to the house themselves. They're about to step right into what's going to become a very, very tense and revealing night. And listen, the house itself is practically a character in this story. This isn't your average suburban home. It's isolated, kind of swallowed by the woods around it. It's described as creepy, and you just get the feeling that it radiates dread. It's the perfect stage for whatever's about to happen. So, once they're actually inside, Melissa's story gets even more intense. It's not just about weird noises anymore. Now she's describing her daughter as becoming animal-like. That choice of words, man, it just paints this really disturbing picture of a complete loss of humanity. And this is where things start to feel, well, off. You can tell the investigators are getting more and more skeptical because Melissa's panicked story just isn't quite lining up with what they're seeing in the house. So she's describing this like nightly horror show, right? Screaming, claws literally tearing at the drywall. It's this visceral, terrifying image. And the way she tells it, it is absolutely real to her. But then comes the big contradiction. After describing all this nightly chaos, Melissa just calmly says that her daughter is, at that very moment, sleeping peacefully in her room. The disconnect is, it's jarring. Is she lying? Is she imagining things? Or is something truly paranormal just hiding its presence? Okay, so there's really only one way to get to the truth. See what happens when nobody's watching. The investigators get the green light to set up cameras, basically turning the whole house into a fishbowl. The stage is officially set for the big reveal. But, before the cameras can even capture a full night's worth of footage, the whole situation just spirals out of control in a way that absolutely no one could have seen coming. And it all just falls apart so fast. Night falls, cameras are rolling, all of a sudden a scream, and it sounds like Melissa just echoes through the house. They rush to her room. She's gone. And in her place, blood and clumps of her hair on the bed. So they check on Molly, and she's gone too. We've gone from a strange case to a possible double homicide in just a matter of minutes. So now, mom and daughter are gone, there are signs of a violent struggle, and there's only one witness left. The camera they put in Molly's bedroom. So they pull up the footage. At first, it's just an empty room. Then, they see Molly, and they realize she's not alone. But the final reveal is so much more grotesque than anything they could have imagined. Molly isn't screaming. She's not scratching the walls. She is sitting there calmly and methodically, eating her mother's hair. And that's it. That's where the story just stops. Abruptly. Faced with this completely incomprehensible horror, the investigators don't call for backup. They don't search the woods. They run. They just get in their car and leave, wanting to put as much distance as they possibly can between themselves and that house. So we're left with this question, right? Was the mother right all along? Was this a real-deal demonic possession that ended in an awful tragedy? Or was the investigators' first instinct correct, that something was deeply wrong with the mother, leading to some gruesome end that we can only imagine? The story gives us zero easy answers, which lets the true horror just linger in everything we don't know.